What's the mighty good word, party folk? I'm your Mile High Priest. I'm up here on Venus's Day. It's a snowy Friday night, January 17th. Up in here, what's good? My name's Armando. I'm chilling in Denver. Should have never told you where I was. Thank you for joining me. I am ever so grateful, as always, for our energetic exchange. Again, it's a little later in my day. As you know it, I've had a sleepy winter thus far, and it is no different tonight. Thank you. I just wanted to check in and be less sour and sassy. And I do understand that there's a emotional tide to the movement forward, and the emotional tied to the thinking forward thinking, moving forward thinking. We are about to arrive at the last quarter moon in Scorpio under the sun in Aquarius. So we are in the midst of the end of the sun in Capricorn transit. Happy birthday, sun in Capricorn. This is a collective message. No matter your natal placement, this may resonate with you. Obviously, strong scorpionic vibrations. Sagittarian as well. Sagittarius, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. We have the horse, which is a earth animal spirit. Perhaps you are involved in strength training, and that is helping you access different codes, which I know sounds like a lot of hocus pocus, but it's more about redefining your goal in the midst of reaching a goal that seemed the approach. It seemed like it was favorable. It seemed like it was authentic. And in the midst of that challenge, you are capable of accessing and aligning with a goal that is actually more authentic, more aligned with your authenticity. And I know it sounds like a lot of jargon from the hocus to the pocus. Hocus pocus. What I mean is there's a need to follow intuition, and those are means and ways of sampling and exempling, providing examples. Sometimes I make up words. Providing examples of a longer span of time, what that means for growth, what that means for maintenance, how to align with rest and align with movement, align with strength training, but also rest. So those sorts of vibrations. Maybe there's a need to. This always comes up, or often. It's like efforting, if you're capable, right? If you're bodily there, you may be at a point in time where you are able to access these like more refined approaches to routines and your daily life. It is like that Virgo, and the moon is currently in Virgo, so it is that Virgo and like routine based. Seeing what that means, seeing the juxtaposition versus of a refined, regimented, routine-based lifestyle versus a spontaneous, go with the flow, and what that means to blend, and what the blend means as far as who you are, and having the strength and courage to be in that sacred flow, which is very feminine, and it's a flow. So it just naturally is occurring. And so then in that case, the suggestion would be like performing grounding meditations, taking time out to connect at night, during the night, during moons. Perhaps candles help. And it's not about manifesting or asserting a spell casting, but it's removing blockages so that you're able to be well in a feminine flow, and what that means for your masculine attributes, no matter your gender identity and no matter how far you lean into those traits of you, whether masculine or feminine or anywhere in between or out of those ordinaries. Wow. Sun in Aries, fast approaching. Aries vibration in the astrological divine air. Thank you once again for being here. Please hit like and support me, hit the thumbs up, and thank you all for being here. I sometimes dish out some like fun messages. Oh my gosh, that's what I get for tending to like these random authorities. And not that I constantly or like consistently work with these. I tend to be more now in a investigative, yes, still investigative, but more so energy in the body, which is a return to familiar territory. A lot of justice. The number 11. So in my About Me, on my page, on the YouTube channel page, I go in about these cards that I created that are based on my values. Card sort that is sometimes we use it in therapy. Anyway, it's a good way to like prioritize values, and I've added some like fun hocus pocus. Wow, justice, crown chakra, flexibility, very Piscean and Gemini of you. And then this discord dissonance, which is Eris, the goddess of discord, which is in Aries currently. Very fiery. It is, I know it is like opening Pandora's box, like coming out with this astrological sort of like readdress. It comes in timely, right? And like perhaps it wasn't so much in the vibration, and now it's a part of this mission that I continue to work with, which is aligning body, capsular vessel, that energy body into connecting and then grounding. Mindfulness. This one's been around, and once again, so we had Pisces, Gemini. This is Virgo, Gemini. Lots of Mercury in the air. It is the moon in Virgo once again. Nonconformity, which is Aquarian vibrations. Pluto really kind of knocking everyone out a little bit because of the loosen up a little bit. And it's almost like the folks that maybe thought they were the most spontaneous, and it is more like those public, what are they called, tongue criers? Like what have they been telling, what stories, big fish, things like that. Storytellers, poets, artists. Perhaps it's like, why do you possess those spellbinding, spellcasting, charismatic leadership qualities, right? Here, once again, Mercury and more air. So there's a lot about communication. And when it comes to Virgo, when it comes to the Virgo vibration, when it comes to the Aries vibration, it starts up here in the head, and it starts in like that heart-centered, almost like near the gut. But like, what did the gut inform you? Where did your instincts and your intuition, which is very loaded, right? Like, do you, I'm assuming you maybe by asking that question, it's perhaps assumed that you tend to your intuition, you practice and you, it could be like some of you are actually needing to exert energy to unlock those potentials of like the what is going on, and you know, can I move through, can I persist like the buffalo animal spirit, right? There's a sense of like duty as far as like the aspect of your purpose becoming more serious, and it's hard to not be serious at the moment. I don't know, it's like the fixed signs are like very aggravated: Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, the archetypes of vibrations, right? What were we saying? Communicate. So you may be receiving messages, whether in meditation at night, a lot of text messaging, a lot of talking about others, talking about perhaps, you know, it's like localized, internal. Speak with yourself, right? Talk to yourself. Care for you, okay? Thank you so much to our wonderful guides, our elemental kingdoms, Earth, Air, Fire, Water, Holy Spirit, Divine Father, Divine Mother. Please protect us as we channel for the collective, no matter your needle placements. Thank you so much. Leo vibrations. We have all the signs, right? Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius. Did we say Gemini? Gemini twice. Okay. Reveal and peace. So, because it's upright, it's like you maybe your stance, your action, whether no action or whether action, it's just action, right? Like no action is action, and so regardless, not trying to drive any sort of specific message there, but it could be involved in the amount of patience that you've had involved in a situation. So you could be determining that you're out of patience, or you lack patience currently. Maybe the situation, you've provided a lot of patience, and now communication turns to more action, regardless of whether you took active or non-active action. You've declared peace somehow by revealing more confident side, which is it the honey badger? These badgers, they are part of like small groups, but they still are very independent. So it's like you decided to work maybe with your own spiritual guides. At the time, you were surrounded by peace. Can we say that? Maybe you are her water sign. Maybe you feel very like young. Maybe you feel bad, like apologetic, or someone feels this way towards you, wants to declare peace. Maybe you pulled the rug from under them somehow. There's some sort of declaration, whether it seems it was peaceful in your attempt. However, that was revealed that it was peaceful. Maybe more communication is trying to come in. I think you're like, if you're over here in the 3 of Wands, I don't know. What is the collective dealing with? What are you guys up to now that I've like talked so much smack, right? Let's get right. May I, before I start this, we're at 15, great. Gosh, I was getting up to the 20-minute before even starting the reading, but here I go. These are my quotes, right, for the last quarter moon in Scorpio. on Tuesday night, I believe. Monday, Tuesday. Thank you so much. I hope everyone's having a great, what is a holiday weekend in the States? MLK Junior holiday. Light is a task where many share the toil. Sorry. Oops. Light is the task where many share the toil. Quote by Homer. This is a quote from the Bible. If a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. This is a quote by Tai Shang Kang Yin Plen. Regard your neighbor's gain as your own gain, and your neighbor's loss as your own loss. Amen. Wow. Yes. Namaste. Oh my gosh. There are no passengers on Spaceship Earth. Everybody's crew. Quote Marshall McLuhan. All right. One more. Robert G. Ingersoll. The hands that help are better far than the lips that pray. That's what I mean by like the feeling of being maybe critically reviewed, critically perceived, right? You may be wanting to move ahead, look ahead. Thank you. Tarot Spiritual Bible, highest light. What is the collective dealing with? What messages do you have for the collective for the last quarter moon in Scorpio? What are they looking forward? What can they look forward to? Not what are you dealing with? Here I am, like, work on rephrasing. What? Oh my gosh, yeah. Here's that Piscean Page of Cups. You may have placements in that Piscean 12th house where you Pisces placements, water placements. This is like messages of affection and love. Collective, where are you at? Okay, yeah, this is who are you dealing with, right? What are you dealing with? Who are you dealing with? Someone. I sometimes do want to acknowledge the like wavy appearance of the Empress. Because it landed in like this sideways sort of horizontal way. It's like both of you are giving Empress. One of you likely is giving one type of Empress. The other one's one type of Empress. The other type of Empress. Or maybe it's just very unique that way that both of you show up differently than most. And Empress space is very unique. It's like, this is who I am. Okay, we have 7 of Wands. This is how they feel. Look. Like whoever you're dealing with wants room for, like this is weird. They want to experience you and they want to experience working with you. They maybe haven't told you, or they haven't told you that they have a like something else going on, like a different project outside of whatever type of connection. Or maybe this is you are, because didn't we say it's reflective? And like, so maybe they are seeing that from you, like they suppose that you have a particular project going on, or you're carrying on, you're moving on despite what was planted, like what was wanted, like the way that I read it. So it's interesting to make light of, so don't make light. It's like make sure this is more out of respect for the reader. Some readers, I think it's absolutely like great that they share the way, like when readers are very open and like, but that means like people can take from them, which is, bad. But like, I do like when readers share the way that they read specific cards, like that, the way they are tuned with specific cards. And it's not to, it doesn't mean like that's clearance for you to judge them. It's clearance for you to like listen and respect their like intuitive sense. So by no means am I telling you to like respect me, but well, like, hey, what I'm saying with the Empress is like, the Empress to me is very like, it can be unfair, like unjust. Like, okay, if it's not growing, then why is it a struggle? Why is it a fight? Why put it on the other person, right? Like, why make the struggle more? And maybe because it's just one of those types of Empress relationships, which is Libra, and it means it's like very invested regardless. It could be very energetic if it's not even like, if it's Empress, it means it's not even like a public thing. But then we have all this like Gemini, Sagittarius qualities over here with the 7 of coins and the 7 of scepters, which in the Egyptian tarot are very different than I guess the original tarot. But the 7 is the Sagittarian number, which means it's Jupiterian, which means in this case that they see you more moving on to talk more and like release more, right? And then we have the Devil. Maybe somebody fearful that you're leaving. But 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups. I think we understand what that means. 3 of Swords, sorrow. 3 of Cups, abundance. Someone who doesn't really know who to turn to at this point, because they've a lot of people may be upset at them, or their friends are also feeling the distance between. Why is the Empress here? Thank you. Here we have Unveiled Isis. I'll have to read the coins for you. Wow. So cool. Wow, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Someone took a leap of faith. Someone's following the White Rabbit. Someone likely is being intuitively led to move away from a fear-based connection, or something that maybe more inspires obsession and desire to control. Because if there's a Sagittarian, then there's a quality to like want to leave, and then they see you as you are collectively, or maybe seen as someone who wants to leave. Capricorn, Sagittarius, shadow aspect of Sagittarius, so like leaving to the good aspect of Sagittarius, which means like not signing up for more rounds of what you've already learned, right? Like getting out of an experience like that, feeling not bogged down, like actually being like, okay, like I got to go. We do have that like white horse, and the scepters are fiery. We have an earth, we have the fire. So it's likely that this person is that emotional tide. And to me, when I say tide, it's like high tide when it like pulls you in, right? Like, whoa. Whoa. No more pulling in, right? Like, Whoa. Again, someone could very well be getting ready to receive news of a marriage or pregnancy or owning or receiving money. I don't know. The Horseman of Scepters is advantageous to you, right? Thoughts concerning business. And the Empress is like a creative seed. So something that was like collected, something that wasn't like maybe moving, or it was like, is it working? Am I doing something? Yeah, you've been doing something. You with the 7 of Coins, 7 of Scepters. Yeah, absolutely. I think you don't see it, others see it. I think you're so fixated on like a particular situation, and maybe you want to walk away in peace or be in peace or provide peace. And it's like maybe the other person doesn't have patience, or it's like your angels, your guides don't have patience, or like your mind and your body don't connect. Which I guess then you suppose that creates those lapses in time and disconnect, synaptic misfire. So it can cause confusion. You're confused. The Empress, that's what I mean. I know I'm like, let me not be sassy, but like this Empress, this type of Empress, is kind of a mess, right? Like maybe this person is a mess, and so then you're a mess. No matter like how good at business you are. Maybe you're like, hi, I'm ready for business. And like, so the Empress, yeah, is like fussy, like drama. Like, okay, we're gonna eat popcorn. The 7 Sagittarius, right? Long journeys, philosophy, publishing, teachings, outdoor sports. So Scepters, success in publishing and teaching. It is devotion, and Coins is intuition. Money earned through a journey. Okay. So news advantageous to you, collective 77 in the Egyptian numbers are Sagittarian, devoted to publishing, communication, far-reaching. Okay, journeys. This one is intuition. Okay, which we said earlier, you're like following your intuition, or you're learning, or maybe the Empress in reverse is like, oh wow, I knew that, and I was like about to. Or maybe one of you in this situation here feels, look here, the Knight of Cups, 5 of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the Chariot. Someone needing a lot of direction and will to even attempt to show up like in some kind of like good way, but is showing up in a good way, real. What's up with this Empress? Three of Wands, Sun in Aries, and the Wheel of Fortune. We love it. We love to see it. So, okay. One of you's not going along on this ride, right? One of you is. Whoever's in a independent, I'm getting out, I'm going to restart, I might be perceived as foolish and not like something, not like someone I know, not like someone that knows that what they're doing, or maybe are perceived as jumping like making a quick fire decision. But I think that the Empress, it's been the type of decision that just needed to be like, it either needed to be declared, but more so it likely was, it was just like the the clearing. So we said, right? We said the hands that help are better far than the lips that pray. Collective, you're like, I'm done talking. We're done talking. We're done talking. We're done hoping and praying. So your vision kind of changes, and maybe you're tired of the vision changing, but maybe this is more declaration because it is Three of Wands. And although the Eight of Swords may be frantic in its most visible, that's what I mean. Is it that you're frantic, or is it that you're moving out of frenzy and frenetic energy? And if you're in the Eight of Swords, it's likely someone's energy was affecting you, someone's deep dark thoughts and secrets, someone's unwillingness to define a perspective, and someone leading in a black and white perspective causes misfire and miscalculation and misattempts and covert attempts and delusional display of power. And therein is that check-in, like, and maybe you got your check-in and you're like, pass, go collect $200, go. And the other person is like, go directly to jail. What did I say? Is Monopoly what kind of game? I don't remember, but it was kind of funny. The wheel in the sky. Okay. So for the Empress, wow. All right, both of you are finally following intuition. That's why it might be like kind of shaky grounds with the Three of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, shaky grounds on clarifying the Empress, shaky grounds, right? The grounds are shaky because they're not like formed yet. Okay, y'all. The Lovers. Some type of choices being, there will be a type of fight, and it's more so an internal battle to shift in a celebratory, to be clear and decisive. That may be a decision made under the influence, but it has a Queen of Swords here. Someone from the past, a former relationship, or someone that still holds on is likely the demise. There's like this Ace of Cups moment. But it is sealed between like karma. Like there is not an order. There's a need for mental order, right? Is this news of business for you, collective? Thank you. Yeah, it is. But because that person's still matey, you're Ace of Wands. And that's where you're going. So I don't think this person's coming along with you, right? Oh, wow. I said I don't think that person's coming along with you. The Nine of Swords says no. Getting Scorpio there. Saturn. This is a Saturn and Pisces karmic experience. This is the student student dynamism in which when the student is ready, the master appears, and perhaps the person not acting as the one leading is the one that is assuming readiness now. It's like, hey, stop the preaching, the praying, and actually do it. Do as you're saying, right? Holy moly. But if that's Devil is a contract, and the Knight of Pentacles wants to pop up with the Star. And it's a new beginning with the Fool. Yes, so I think there is a reward or a prize or a commitment that you will address as far as like programming, training. You're maybe gonna train for something. Wow, the magician is here. So yeah, with the Judgment, wow, a change. And the Hermit, the World, yeah, public fame, how you appear in public as far as like work, your roles, who you affect, your employees or your coworkers, your teams, the teams around you, the people, the community affected by your duty, your service, your work, no matter your role, right? You're carrying a lot of weight, and this is it. This is the last push to it. If it's the change then finally is justified and manifested in reality in like 2 months, it's like, yeah, you're the arrival of this news that is advantageous to you, collective, regarding business. It's like, yay, it's good, especially if you're like in that interpreter, communicator. Yesterday I was talking so much about like divine interpretation, and that's very much the like sacred quality of leadership that will help you to connect with the new wave. It's very Emperor. Emperor is willing to take on the challenge of perception, right? Redefining fear-based, black and white, psychotic perception, a very monetized and objectified and commercialized diagnoses of those that just like seek to be guided to blend, okay, to clear energy, okay, remove, connect, right? Like be consumed and allow the coalescing, right? Like the hardening, and then let it dissolve at that point, okay? Wow, thank you so much. I feel like we have cleared so much energy just in this reading. I want to assert you that you are like magically, divinely guided. This is part of the what one would assume is a test, but it is a guiding. Like, do you remember going to homeroom class? I don't even know. It's been so long, like decades ago. I don't even know what that class was about. Like, you went to it was the one, it was a random class where you would just meet to like do your homework. And it was like in middle school or something, where you would be in a class for like 30 minutes. We're there. We're like, it's like do you wonder what the teacher's wondering? Like, these folks just, they love this period, this homeroom period of like, are y'all doing anything? You know, I don't know if I did anything productive. But now I'm addressing that. I'm like, I'm going to do something productive. Collective, I think you're in productivity mode, how am I going to be more practical about my connection with divinity? And what does that mean as far as like how I interpret, how I use my wisdom and knowledge to be a discernible person about you, right? Like, be connected to those that like are not inspired to think outside of the box and think very black and white. How to work alongside them, right? Wow, we have 88. So now you've moved from like 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands, of like repeatedly wondering, maybe being in a second guessing, and that's part of it, right? That's part of the grander divine timing. If you want to be a little bit more positive about the assignment, but you can be critical and suppose that is part of the lesson and the growth spurt. However you want to see it, I like to see it as like this is the part of the process that like moves you ahead and is the internal agitation, which is the shift. Then you come out like polished and like what did I just go through? Whoa. So strength wants to pop up. And 5 of Swords. Yeah, moving away from DC. That may become apparent to you now. It may be hidden away. It may be hidden from like we said, it took the courage. It's taking courage to walk away. Yeah, the Tower. Wow. Queen of Cups, this moon, I think you just undid. You untethered. You cut. You have declared transformation, small change, and now big change, right? It appears more like, someone is maybe hiding the fact that they have I guess it's gonna come out. There's like Leo, Venus in Aquarius, or collective. If this is you, like whatever moves you're making, whether they're like big moves or little moves, that is how you consider it, right? It might be a little move, but it was a big move. You've taken a lot of power. You've reasserted yourself because there was a lot of misdirection, miscommunication, talk about you. A lot of people like around you, not directly to you, right? Hidden from you, and not what do you call them? Cowards. Throwing you off the game. Whoa. And we have the Wheel of Fortune because all of a sudden you were like, actually, I'm going to spin the wheel. Yeah, Queen of Wands. The Emperor. We do have the Emperor here. You made the right decision. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, trust yourself that this is a small decision. You may be like, like it's vibrational, like the vibrations been put out there. You're like maybe like slowly vibrationally creeping out the way, so that you're getting out of the way of karma, because karma is about to bless this pair. 5, 6, 7. You've walked away. You're safe. You're clarifying vessel. I think you indirectly by you split these people up. You split these people up and you split everything up. And you have walked away into like this fallen and like this angelic cloud. This like your angels greet you at this point where you're like, okay, if you are at a like, I'm gonna do this, the Mile High Priest crazy person said, We're going to do this. Yes, you will do this. It will be your 10 of Cups where you address the aspect of what was mostly illusion, but there is a definitive takeaway. There's a spiritual lesson, and you get to create what it is that you have decided to create. There's a good choice away from a bad choice that leads to a money choice, that leads to the money pentacle, that leads to the 3 of Cups in abundance, that leads to the Queen of the money pentacle, right? Because you took this leap of faith. That means the job, the fame, the karma paid in kindness is coming to you. Someone still wants to like so we're done with the destroyer aspect, right? We're done with the like come in to take, come in to be destruct, come in to play around, and come in to like, who let you in? Like, hey, what are you doing in here? It's that sort of thing. Like, you best come correct. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. Better come correct, lest destruction fall upon you. There is something falling, though. The deceit, the deception is falling. The foundation built upon deception. Foundation built upon delusion. Wow. Was something diluted somewhere? The mind was diluted. Perhaps there were tactics involved, like the gaslighting and confusion, but it was done unfortunately at a very like how do we say juvenile like welcome beginner. I was not paying much attention to your level of intelligence here. Let me address your the way that you apply your knowledge. And Queen of Cups, you were like, hey, so if you're gonna be pretending to be that way, like maybe you want to like assume this kind of role and position. You're kind of doing it wrong. Are you even trying to give an impression that you're doing it right? Because I will let you kind of run amok, and maybe there's a little bit of like, well, if you're going to take, I may take, and all of a sudden it's like justice is here, and it's like actually maybe the other party was taking more so than a actual fair share, and now it is more like a legal situation for this pair of thieves. Because it's like a group of people. Maybe collective, you're gonna go talk to them. If it is like a people at work, or people in a higher authoritative levels of position, people that deal with those sort of more objective and monetary, financial, structural. Maybe there's a creative breach or a intellectual something. Maybe you're creating, or you're being called in to create, versus someone. It doesn't seem like that. It maybe seems like someone wants to be like you. And maybe they tried to walk in your shoes, and like it was like not that easy. Takes years of practice. Do you have years of practice? What is your practice? Collective, yours is love, right? Are you saying, collective, that their practice is deceit, thievery, and the lowest of IQ levels, which would just be tomfoolery, unless you really so far up your own booty that you're like doing it over and over and over again and trying to create a trap for someone and holding someone against their own will. That person, they didn't know, collective. They didn't know that that person held the truth. And maybe it is like the court of law already knows the truth, or this job or this organization knows the truth, and your luck is about to shift more so. The landscape, your whereabouts. I don't know why I'm like, your whereabouts. You're like the Empress next to the Three of Wands. I'm like, is this reading all about like the Wheel of Fortune here being twice, 10-10? The Empress, the string card, number 8, which is like freaking beautiful. I know it's cartoonish, but I love the art of the Golden Dawn Tarot. The Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card. And the Gemini. Magician, right? Okay. So we have Gemini and Jupiter. The Eight of Swords being Jupiter in Gemini. We have 2 of the main archetypes of Gemini, Mercurial Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. And this is like you're moving out of the rigidity. You're moving away from the shadow Leo, shadow Scorpio, shadow Aquarius. So it's involved in leaving a group of people, community, leaving a person, leaving a way of making money, maybe giving up money, or maybe someone still owing you, and reevaluating like your maybe likely your value rises, your worth is more than if you stay, and you're moving to somewhere. The final lock-in is the their lock-in, I don't know, because it's like if more public for you, more we're job worthy, and more like them being held back, like who detached, who was deceitful, who was detaching. There's a Queen of Pentacles here. Someone's stuck, someone's left, someone was taken by the sirens, someone leaves the sirens, someone makes the right choice, the Lovers, more Gemini. Someone is the Empress, while the Emperor is redefining the thread between delusion and deceit, right? So that there can be a rightful decision made, more intuitive for you. You lead yourself out, and this is a bigger transformation, a teachable experience and moment. No longer aligning to these types of vibrations and following your after you get rest, right? That's when you're like, okay, next 2 months doing this for me. Okay. Cool. Love it. All loving, brilliant white violet light to protect your energetic auric body. Thank you so much, Emerald Healing Light, to your heart center as you disconnect and cut away from entanglements and involvements with opposing black and white tendencies and mentalities, as you blend, as you will and you direct past this transitional period, and as you assert in your creative sacral power, right? So a lot of courage courage to your solar plexus. So vibrant. Okay. Vibrant light for plexus, solar vibrant. Yellow light for solar plexus and your sacral center. Okay. Orange. Let it all out. All the colors. Also, yeah. Allow it to bloom up here. Thank you all. Take good care this weekend. I'll be back with more. No more shady biz. You know, sometimes you're looking this way, the snakes make it. They're never that smart. I don't know. We got this. Ciao.